Yo, what up y'all? IntraVenus here, back with another episode. Today I wanted to open another package of page punchers from McFarlane Toys. If you haven't tuned in before, I'm opening all of the page punchers that McFarlane Toys released for Spawn and the Scorched. And the Scorched is a sub-series of Spawn. If you didn't know, definitely check it out. And what these are is they come with two little minifigures and a comic book and a stand. I've already opened two of them already, if y'all want to go check out those videos. Today we are doing the second Scorched pack, and it comes with She-Spawn and Curse. So, the last video we had a package that was easy to open, and the first video was like this. And we're back to this again. The harder to open ones, you really have to cut open. This is that thick plastic that can kind of cut you open if you're not careful. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, you gotta be real careful doing that. This stuff can be sharp. So, doing the top and one side seems to be pretty good. I mentioned last time you also probably feel a little sketchy cutting near the comic book, but as long as you're careful, shouldn't have any issues. And then we'll carefully pull out the comic and all the stuff that's inside here. Put that there for now. This one did come with a bookmark. The first one came with a bookmark, the second one did not. The first one was also the Scorched, so I'm wondering if the Scorched ones come with bookmarks and not Spawn ones for some reason. I'm not sure, but the bookmark looks to be identical. It's the exact same bookmark that was in the first Scorched set. There's one last piece in here, and that is the stand, which is actually a different color variant than the last Scorched stand, so that's cool. We don't need this anymore. Toss that. We have a comic book here. We're going to look at that in just a second. But first, let's go ahead and just snap this together. Pop these little pegs together here and here. Oops, it's upside down. Here and here, rather. And there we have the stand. I like that this one's like this yellowish orange and blue. The last one I have here, which comes with these two characters, that one's red. So you get some little bit of variation there. That's cool. And this is meant to stand up the comic, but what I have found is the comic doesn't stand up well. So if you put it in here on its own, for one, it's going to flop over. Actually, this is the best standing one so far. Wow. It's almost straight. Y'all are above the camera. It's sagging forward a little bit. You're not above the camera, rather. You're above the comic. But yeah, it sags a little bit. I found that if you include this in here, it can help a little. Yes, indeed. And then they say on the back here that you want to put this inside to make it stand even better. So we'll go ahead and put the bookmark in there. And wow, finally, you know, I've tried this with all of them so far. This is the first one that stands up perfectly straight. It looks good. You know, let's try it without this, as it's supposed to do it without this. Pretty straight. It sits forward a little bit when you take that out. So the best way to get these to stand up really is to keep that little insert that comes with it and put that on the front. So then we have this standing like so. Hey, that's not bad. I like it. Alright, let's take that back out of there because we got to look at the comic. And then we'll look at the figures. We're not going to look at the whole comic. I just want to look at the cover and kind of open it and see what's going on in there. Some pictures. I definitely recommend y'all check out the Scorched comics. Very interesting. Artwork is excellent. Let's kind of open it up here. Sweet. See, one of the cool things about the Scorched comics is they brought back Haunt, and they got him working in a team with Gunslinger and She-Spawn and Medieval Spawn. Some cool stuff here. So this, of course, has the Curse and She-Spawn in it. Each comic that comes with these sets has both characters that you get figures of, which makes sense. So there you go, y'all. I suggest you check out this comic. We're of course not going to read it here, but definitely something to own, something to read. I mean, the artwork alone is a good reason to collect Spawn comic books, if you ask me. Alright, so now it's time to get into the meat and potatoes. And we've got two figures here. And I really enjoy these little figures. There's just something about them. They're detailed enough that I like the way they look. They look good on the shelf. Oh, she's got some pencil thin legs there. This is really cool. I like the detail they put into these. It's just enough. So here we have She-Spawn. Freaking sweet. So we got movable arms. Does her head move? Her head doesn't move, but her waist moves. All of their waists actually seem to move for the most part. I don't think Gunslinger's does. And I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Mandarin's does. So most of their waists move, their arms, and their legs. This is cool. Man, I like all these little guys. I hope they make more, really. And here we have Curse, which when I saw this in the pictures, I was thinking this version of the Curse looks a little too chunky. But in person, holding it in my hand, ooh, look at it from the back. I like the cape. It's like a rubber that's sort of pliable. Just enough detail and color. The original Curse figure was just okay, but then by the time they got to like the second Curse figure, he was looking really wicked and got this wicked smile. This is cool. Alright, and we gotta make sure they stand up. She-Spawn's probably the hardest because she's so slender here. Will She-Spawn stand up? That is the question. Did they not think about this? Aren't they supposed to stand up? Oh, you can move her arm out like that. Which you could also do. Wow. Hey, that's some movability. They did that with Gunslinger 2. But the shoulder popped right out, which I also was told by someone in the comments that happens to all the Gunslingers. You know what? All of their shoulders move around, and I did not realize that. So they got moving shoulders too. Alright, let's put them all next to each other. What we got so far. These are really cool. I like that they included Augur in the sets, which they don't have a figure of him anywhere else. And I also like that they're so small that they're real easy to collect and put on a shelf. They don't take up a lot of space. Each set you can kind of use these platforms as stands to prop them up. So even though she doesn't stand up, you could probably have her leaning against the comic or whatever, and it'll look like she's standing up. Or just leaning against the stand. You could probably put her arm right back here along the back if nothing else. She could hold on to it or something, you know. But so you put these guys here. They go with that one. And we got these guys here, Gunslinger and Augur, go with that one. And of course, Mandarin, Spawn, and the Freak go with the first Scorched set. There is only one more that they've released to get, and that's kind of the best one. It sells for the most money, doesn't drop in price too much. I mean, they're only like 16 bucks on their full price, but I buy two of these, and I open one, and I keep the other one sealed, hanging on my wall. So the last one that I'm speaking of has a reproduction of the first issue of Spawn, and it has Spawn in the set. So, I mean, most people are probably going to want a Spawn figure, and Spawn issue 1, I see why that would be the most popular and sold with the most money without any discounts usually. Makes sense. Anyhow, I hope y'all like this. If you do, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. If you're not subscribed, go ahead. It's really important to me that you do that, and it helps out the channel and it helps inspire me to make more videos. So stick around, I got a lot more coming, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Childhood, we were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tetherball reaching the sky. We were taking new heights on the swing while it was making us fly. Beat the king of the hill and everything will be fine. The thrill of everything we would find, the innocence of a child.